My name is Oshifesolu Larry. I'm a mechanic. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as from Lawon, Colum, Africa.
Oh my god, yeah. Sometimes it's so funny. Red Bull just came out in Japan. I would say their third home track, like, wait, yeah. They want to fight. After the whole mess up, they messed up in Singapore. They're now here like, watcha, yeah. I'm not like, wow. Red Bull are back in Japan, trying to defy the law of retribution, not dynamics this time. So they are back on top. They're trying to see how they can get on top back and tell people that no, don't discredit us. We have the best car. We are the best in this business. This year, we are still the best. We are going to win everything. This is going to be this. Yeah. If you love what we do, please subscribe. Turn on the notification button. Anytime any of our video drops, you can see it as soon as possible. And please like, comment. Let's build this community, please. Share, just share it. But turn on the notification button, please. Hey Joe. So back in Japan to see if Red Bull can get on top and put their onslaught back in the game. So we'll be talking about FP1, FP2. Majorly, that's the only thing we'll be talking about today. So in FP1, almost all the teams brought some small beats, but the major teams that brought upgrades are the Red Bull and the Ferrari. So the Red Bull brought back the floor edges that they threw away when they were angry. Just threw it away. Pa, pa, pa. They brought them back. Like, I think it should work here. They brought them back. And the Ferrari brought a revised floor and side pods. They've revised their floor and their side pods, not just because of the track, but they're trying to hedge closer to Red Bull. They want to make sure they're the second best team on the grid. So they brought a new revised side pods that looks exactly like the Red Bulls. So they are just wanting to be in it for the game. They can't win it. They can't win it. Just the Red Bull and the Alpha Tauri had testing kits on. The Alpha Tauri had aero rigs to test their little upgrades, while the Red Bulls have Flovis on. Even the McLaren had Flovis on to test their upgrade that they've brought, to see how the package will work. Now, there are new test tires that were brought by Pirelli to Japan, and these are a modified version of the medium tires. Now, the medium tires have not been a good tire for the last 5-6 races, so they brought a revised medium tire for the testing, and all the teams had the tires tested. But now, what went down? Max Verstappen, Toy of the Red Bull, is back on top. We don't know if they are running on high fuels or low fuels, but certainly Max Verstappen pumped a lot of sweeter times in on the hard tires, on the testing tires, on the medium tires, and on the soft tires. He used all the tires to make sure this time, I know they joke. And it was at the end of the day 6/10 ahead of last week winner Carlos Sainz. It was about 5/10 ahead of last week's second place Lando Norris, who was ahead of Carlos Sainz's teammate Charles Leclerc, who was ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. But we don't know what other teams are running on, but we know that by FP2 we will know what they are running on. But it's a good time for them to look at what they have and try and push and tell others that you guys still have a long way to go to meet us, and they are not just joking. They're not on the way. They're outside. Red Bull are outside, and the Mercedes had issues with their rear. It's not gripping. Even looking at it right from the TV, you can see that their rear is not gripping, holding to the turn. So they had a lot of jobs done on the rear, and I know after this session they'll still do a little bit of jobs on the car, the front wings, and I think they need to still twitch the rear. By the time the car came out a little bit after 30 minutes into the FP1, the free practice one, they looked more grippy and more better, and I think they will still do some jobs. So by FP2 we'll see them running on more low fuels and doing more simulations to get their car in shape for the qualifying tomorrow. And I think it's going to be a very, very good qualifying. But here we are, still FP1. We can barely tell you who will be on top, but by FP2 I'll tell you who will be on top. But the Mercedes and other teams are not really doing bad, but FP2 will tell us where each driver and each constructors are on. They're having great fun in Japan because to some drivers it's their home race. Drivers like Yuki Tsunoda, is his home race, so you make sure he shows his best, he brings his best out in whatever he does this weekend. So on to FP2 with catch. So FP2, similar conditions to what we see in FP1. Now, we still see Max Verstappen dominating, turning up the heat. He's just out there firing on all cylinders, making sure he tells them that what happened in Singapore will not happen here. It's a new weekend. Red Bulls are back on top. So, with Max Verstappen showing the pace in his Red Bull, the Ferraris are staying close, making sure they keep tabs on whatever Max Verstappen is doing. They are showing they have a pace. Charles Leclerc is just about 3/10 behind Max Verstappen, with the McLaren showing they are right in the fight. It's going to be a wonderful qualifying tomorrow, and it's going to show how beautiful, how good these drivers are. Now, Max Verstappen on top in the timesheets. Mercedes made a lot of corrections to their cars, especially to the front wings and also to the front suspension, so as to make sure they get the right speed they need to put the car in qualifying. Ferraris also made some little changes. Alpine, they all made changes to their car to get them closer. The Aston Martin are showing decent pace with both drivers, Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll, putting strong times on the board. We are now in the lower 1 minute 30 seconds, which shows by qualifying these guys will be running into 1 minute 28 seconds, which is very fast and faster than the qualifying last year. The session was ended 2 minutes to go by Pierre Gasly as he ran his car into the barriers. So looking at qualifying tomorrow, I think the qualifying tomorrow will be between the Red Bull and the Ferrari. The Red Bull of Max Verstappen is really showing decent pace, because in FP1, Max Verstappen ran the new floor while his teammate Sergio Perez ran the old floor. Also, the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc ran the new floor while his teammate ran the old floor, Carlos Sainz. But in FP2, they all ran the new floors for their individual cars. So, looking at qualifying tomorrow, I'm looking at the Red Bull back on top, the Red Bull, Max Verstappen on pole position, and the two Ferraris right behind him. Will his teammate split the Ferraris or go above the Ferraris to make it Red Bull 1 and 2 and to dictate the pace from the top? Let's see what happens tomorrow. This race will be dynamic. We'll tell you who wins the race after qualifying tomorrow. So keep subscribing, turn on your notification button. Okay, we love you. Subscribe, like, share, comment. I love you. Bye. Chee.
Gibor gives you power. Gibor gives you control. Gibor gives you benefits. Are you an individual or business that uses fuel or gas? Use Gibor to find the best prices across all retail outlets in your city. For users and businesses that buy volumes, Gibor gives you access to credit. Gibor also gives you the ability to track your costs and monitor expenses per car or fleet. Need to improve your costs, enjoy incentives, or track expense? Gibor is the answer. Enjoy 5% discount on your first 5 purchases when you get your next fuel voucher from Gibor. Log on to www.gibor.co to enjoy this. Retail outlets wanted nationwide.
I have a new friend in the house. We are in Nigeria here, West Africa. He provides internet for us. They provide the best internet around the mainland, and I know they are still moving to the highland and they are moving all around Nigeria. But for you to get internet on the mainland, contact Fibrad Telecom Limited. They get you sorted out ASAP. The best cable internet on the mainland, fiber, I think they get sorted out. We talk much about them in the course of some of our videos, but contact them, they get sorted out. If you're a builder, if you're an art collector, if you have a showroom, Rated is the best place to get the artworks you need for your new buildings, for your art collections, for your showroom, for your exhibition. Rated Art have one of the best murals, mosaic works, and different art patterns in Nigeria presently. And it's somebody that you can communicate with, talks to you, you tell him what you want, and he will bring the reality out for you. Contact Rated Art. His number is right up here, and you can also go on social media links that are pasted right up here to check out some of his works. Thank you. Teams Gadget is for those of you that cannot easily go to the market to get your phones, your laptops, your accessories. Just place a call through. His phone number is there. It gets you the best. It's your shop plug to get you the best phones, accessories, laptops, games, and other accessories for your computer gaming experience. Contact Teams Gadget and you get them for you.